invite our keynote speaker, Mr. Zhong Zhongqifu, to come onto the stage and talk about this critical topic.
Hello everyone， 大家好，我是 SlowMist 的合伙人 Keywolf。
Hello everyone, I'm from Shramex. Thank you very much for having me here to share with you some of our experiences with regard to safety. First of all, let's talk about the SlowMist. So it's a 5-year-old company, and we've been dedicated to the safety part of a blockchain. That means we have very comprehensive services in this industry. So, of course, we can provide different kind of safety auditing for different platforms, including regulators, and we also can provide the different kinds of safety monitoring after the launching and ICO, and we also have tracing services of assets, and we also have different other kind of supports. So for years, we've been dedicated to safety of blockchain. Over the last 5 years, we have also witnessed quite a lot of different safety-related issues, including hidden hackers, and we also fought against them as well. We also learned a lot from those past experiences. So today, I'm going to talk about the accumulated experiences we have had in past years. First of all, let's look at this is our website, Hackett. So we're collecting different safety-related issues in Web3 or blockchain issues. And right now, the total loss is already $30 billion US. And lately, some transaction platforms or relevant projects also suffer from a lot of different safety-related issues. And in the early of this year, we also launched a series of reports on, for example, safety and money laundering. And you can see over the past several years, the cases have been picking up in number, and the size is also getting bigger and bigger. And the losses are based on the by then coin values, no matter it is in bullish or bearish markets. So we have quite a lot of different safety related issues, and that will lead to quite a lot of risks on behalf of users. And based on this analysis or this report, we can see that in this decentralized environment, no matter it is the contract or the cross-link bridges, we have quite a lot of different safety-related issues because there are a lot of different programs. A lot of people have already mastered some technologies here, and then they can attack this kind of flash loans, and then exchanges, especially for centralized exchanges, and we also have some other different attacks on, for example, the bottom line infrastructure as well. Therefore, the size of loss, especially when it comes to the exchanges, will be very huge. So if you're dedicated to centralized projects, or if you understand this industry, if you want to know what kind of potential risks that there are in this industry, so those are several quite important aspects. The first one is the false top-up attacks. So this kind of attacks means that if attackers know that there are some loopholes and they're going to capitalize on the, for example, weak points of the coins. Well, it's not just about coins. This is about some decentralized system. If we haven't checked that completely, and then some data will be leveraged, so they can go around the protection vault. So they can actually infuse, for example, billions of dollars to this platform if the risk is not spotted early on. So here you can see that we have already a lot of cases in terms of false top-up attacks on those platforms. And so we're able to check those risks, the potential risks on those blockchains. And when iterating, there are some logical vulnerabilities as well. For example, if you have spot, if you have futures, you have some loans, and sometimes the assets will be transferred across different accounts, and there are going to be some business logic vulnerabilities, which is going to expose the vulnerabilities to hackers. So those vulnerabilities, once spotted, a lot of people, a lot of hackers will just jump in and profit on it. And lately, we have also spotted, for example, phishing attacks on employees as well, on some major centralized systems. It will take months or years for them to really understand the target, and they can also put on appearance of a kind of some kind of projects, or they can pretend that they are headcounters to send letters to the employees within the industry, within the business. That's phishing.
For decentralized platforms, its infrastructure is very large, and the accesses will be quite many. There will be a lot of risk points. In this case, the losses caused by the attack will be great. Firstly, when doing the centralized trading, we need to comply with the local and the global regulations. We need the local teams to procure or collaborate with a third party on AML and CFT. And we need integrated solutions. After so many risks are talked, how can we secure the platform? Besides the in-house IT team or risk control and the IT teams, we should increase our risk control analysis and also lead the third party to audit our security. We can do some simulation to simulate the real attack and also the phishing emails during the the holiday, especially those very deceptive emails, to check the awareness of safety from the whole team. For example, we need to reset the password. Sometimes the employees will click on the link and enter no authentic passwords, and we should have well-established AML policies and measures to ensure our local and global compliance. In APAC, we have accumulated a lot of data compared with other AML products. And in the APAC, we have a lot of advantages. For example, we are also collaborating with the law enforcement on the data. And for example, the address of the cases will be identified by us. Now, I want to share with you if there is a DeFi project or if we want to be engaged in the DeFi ecosystem to make some investment, or when we want to do some projects, how can we or how should we choose the DeFi projects? You might have heard that for DeFi projects, we need a smart contract vulnerability, smart contracts. So on many occasions, the attacks in the DeFi will be on the smart contracts. There will be some problematic with the codes with the contracts or the coders is with some loopholes. Secondly, we need to consider that the DeFi projects will have some admin or access privileges, and its addresses needs to be managed or configured. The parameters needs to set up. In this regard, we should have good keeping of the private key or domain, or else the private key might be disclosed. And in SushiSwipe, There will be some projects in the open source community, GitHub. There will be some malicious codes. They will counterfeiting and do some normal committing. When the reviewers has been familiar and trust this contributor, and this malicious codes will be entered in our codes. In the huge swap, the users has been engaged in this project, and all the users' assets has been transferred to a banking address controlled by a hacker. And enterprise oracles, on many occasions, we are using the sources of prices. The source of prices will be from some centralized projects. And in this regard, we need to take measures to ensure if there are many sources of prices, and we should ensure that the prices will not be problematic because of the changes of a certain protocol. We have talked about the risk points in DeFi and our suggested recommendations. First of all, at the onset of projects, or when there are some project updating, we can choose a regular third-party audits to ensure that all the codes, or when collecting with the external protocols, it's safe. If there are some configuration with safety management, and we can use the multi-signature wallet or MPC wallet to avoid single signature risk. The tag lead or the founder hasn't kept the private key well, and the assets will be transferred. And there will be some record projects, and we can see the private key might be stolen under the disguise. Thirdly, during the operation project, or when the project is deployed on the chain, we should perform dynamic on-chain monitoring. There will be some attackers. Before attacking, they will make some attempts, and we can actually make use of the transactions on the chain to get to know the revocation of the smart contract is as expected as we do. And we can get to know the rules about the monitoring, so the external revocation of the smart contracts will be very safe and as expected. Now, as individuals, we will be in face of many risks, and individuals will download false warnings. As a security complaints, there will be many victims approaching us for help. For example, they will use the app at the App Store, or not using the searching engines to search the names, but they visited some phishing or malicious websites. Then they will download a problematic warning app. I hope that we suggest that you should download official apps from the official websites and then install them. Secondly, there will be some projects when they go alive, the ROI will be very high, and there will be the rug pull. But we need to have a site analysis and also analyze its background, and also whether now smart contracts are open source, because there are some projects are on the new chains or JKC or Arbitron. They are on the different tracks. There are very few competitive products. They will put the products on these chains maybe after several weeks or months, and they can use their own access rights to do the rug pull. And after rug pull, it's very difficult to retrieve the capital because the attackers are well prepared. They're using the anonymous addresses, and they'll also buy some exchanges to go to the it's very difficult to locate or identify the real identity of the attackers. Thirdly, phishing at Twitter, we will read that there will be the Twitter blue certified accounts. They will issue some airdrops or mints. In this case, the personal Twitter of Italian has been attacked by SIM swap, and the loopholes provided by the underground market will be using of the mobile alarms of retaliate and then control the account of retaliate and then issue the phishing websites, and some users have been suffering about $600,000. We need to identify the real, authentic accounts or those false accounts. In the tweet handling, there are some letters are very similar. The capitalized I and the uncapitalized L. We need to go to the official website to identify which one is authentic. When we are searching or when we are getting the comments from some QA accounts, there will be phishing information, and we have collected information to report and also to report these phishing websites. Fourthly, we should select the DeFi protocols discretionally, and when the projects goes live for almost 1 year, after one or several times of safety auditing, make the Uniswap or Compound these time-honored protocols. The safety has been well proven, but in rug pull, they will deploy the new protocols on the new chains for the liquidity or pledges. The ROI seems to be very high, but when you put your money in it, you want to get higher ROI, but your principal will be lost. When you do not get any ROI, your assets will be washed away. Fifthly, and JPEGs, and there is the emotional investment scam. The malicious people will contact with on the social platform, and they will share a very profitable investment approach with you to seduce you to invest more principal, and you need to register in OTC platform, and your money will be from your credit card, bank accounts. Sometimes you might even sell your houses, and that is the investment scam. Of course, in the Web3 industry, there are many risk points. How should we address these problems? This is a public statement from our founder, that is Dakian Book. Even if we have been working in this industry for many years, we still think it's a dark forest. And our company name, the Slow Mist, is from the famous novel by Liu Cixin, The Three Bodies. In this dark forest, there are many attackers lurching behind you. Once they can attack your exchange, the latest, greatest loss will be about 200 million US dollars, and that call in, the loss is also as high as $20 million. The underground attackers will be not considering the cost. Individuals cannot fight against the underground attackers. We need to improve our safety awareness. When choosing the projects, we need to choose those compliant, the licensed or well-regulated platforms to do the investment. And for the decentralized, and we should start from the wallets. We're using the hardware wallets. We need to ensure the safety of the related links, and our materials will have both Chinese, English, or Japanese versions. And if you're interested, you can read it, and you can also read our dynamics at our Twitter platform. And that is my WhatsApp contact, and also the social platform links. If you're interested or have more communication with us, we welcome you to approach me and also our platform for making more exchanges. Thank you for listening. Thank you.